Hello YouTube, welcome to Australian Accent Tips. I am Candice and I have some interesting information for you today. Today we are looking at connecting sounds. These are the sounds that you might make to make your speech flow a little bit easier and more smoothly. So before I get into it, as always, hit the subscribe button. And at the end of the video, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. You know what? Just do it now. Just go ahead, click subscribe. It's the red one. It's right there. Subscribe. And then the little thumbs up. There you go. Now we're friends. I've spoken about the connecting R in previous videos. I think I probably mention it a lot because it comes up a lot. And it came to my attention recently that I've only spoken about the connecting R. I was helping someone with a script and I saw her notes and I saw that she was putting R's where they didn't belong. And I realized that was probably my fault for not elaborating further. So let's rectify that right now. The connecting R is often used, but there are actually two other options for connecting vowel sounds, and they are a connecting Y and a connecting W. If you haven't looked at my previous tutorial videos, it would be worth going back and looking at specifically the short vowel sound and then the long vowel sound videos. And the reason for that is because this will help you to determine which of these sounds to use, because it's all about where your mouth ends up after finishing a vowel sound. So I'm going to continue as though you've already done that. So when it comes to vowel sounds in Australian English, if two vowel sounds line up right next to each other in a sentence, then we will put a connecting sound in between. And I do that because that's an R. And the reason we do this is really just to make the speech flow. So let's start with the Y sound. If you look at, for example, the long vowel sound A, when I complete that sound, my mouth is in a very specific position and my tongue is kind of high, right? The back of my tongue is raised up. And what that means is that if I want to then say a vowel sound following the A, it's kind of tricky for me to get from A to I without putting a connecting sound in between. Listen, if I do it slowly, A, I really have to stop the sound completely to make the vowel sounds clear. And that's not really conducive to fast speech patterns. So what we do, if the tongue is high, then we will put a connecting Y in between. So I would say A-I, A-I. So rather than stopping the sound completely, A-I, I would just allow my voice to continue. My tongue is already in position to pronounce a Y. The back of my tongue is high in my mouth. Y, Y. Okay? So the vowel sound to use is determined by the first vowel because it's where your mouth shape finishes after the first vowel to then lead into the second vowel. So if the first vowel is an I, an A, an E, or an OI, my tongue is high in my mouth and fully prepared to go into a Y sound. See if you can hear what I'm talking about. If I were to say the sentence, "Can you see it?" I would say, "Can you see it?" Yet. So rather than "can you see it" and having to stop that sound between see and it, I'll put a Y in between to make it flow really smoothly. Can you see it? Yeah. So that connecting Y comes at the beginning of the second word. See it. See it. So think about that as you say it and try to get that into your head. It's not as important when you're speaking really quickly, but if you have slowed down your sentence, like I often do when I'm teaching, because I'm kind of thinking as I'm speaking, then it will become obvious if that connecting letter is connected to the wrong word. So have a listen to these. If the first vowel is an E, then it will be like the sentence we just did. Can you see it? Can you see it? If it's an A, you might say, stay away. Yahweh. Stay away becomes stay away. Stay away. If an I is your first vowel, then it might sound like I own a car. I own a car. I own a car. And the last one, if it's an oi, then it might sound like the boy is happy. The boy is. The boy is. The boy is happy. The boy is happy. Okay? So that is the connecting Y. The next one is the connecting W. So if you think about a W sound, which is W, look at the shape of my mouth. W, W. So we use the W if the first vowel ends with closed lips, like O, O. Now, the long O sound, we really, again, look at the long vowel sound video, but to get the correct Australian O sound, it's really your tongue that is doing the work. But when it's flowing in a sentence, we still close off our lips so that it can flow. It just makes the most sense from the shape of your mouth to use the connecting W. So those vowel sounds that end with closed lips or a little circle to lead into the W sound are O, ow, and oo. Again, it is the tongue with these sounds, especially with oo and O. Your tongue needs to do the work to get the correct Australian sound. But in this instance, it is our lips that will be the connector. Okay? So for example, if we're looking at the vowel sound O, I would say throw away the rubbish. Throw away. Throw away the rubbish. If I were to look at an ow, I would say the cow and the pig like to play. The cow and. The cow and. The cow and the pig. Cow and the pig. And then if it's an oo, like in the word you, I would say, you are my friend. You are. You are. And that's just those two words together, you are. It's so common. It's important when you're speaking to help the flow of your speech, to really know when to use these connecting letters. Okay? And everything else is connected by an R, all right? So this, just keep in mind that this has nothing to do with the spelling of a word or the letter at the end of a word. It's got to do with the sound. So, for example, the word car is spelt C-A-R, but in an Australian dialect, it comes out just as an open-mouthed R sound, all right? Which is like a vowel sound. So if I were to say the car is moving, I would put a connecting R at the beginning of the second word and say the car is moving. The car is moving. Another example would be an air sound. Her hair. Her hair is red. Her hair is red. Or the or sound, you might say, I saw it there. I saw it. Or even an sound. Australia is awesome. Australia is. It's silly, I know. But it really helps with the flow of your Australian accented speech. Okay? So, connecting Y, connecting W, and a connecting R will all help. Just think about the shape of your mouth when you complete a word. I hope this has helped you. If it did, give me a thumbs up and go ahead and click the subscribe button if you didn't do it in the beginning. Alright? I'll see you next time. Bye!